Yo, what is going on, boys? My name is Max, and today we're coming in with the top 5 rarest skins in Fortnite. But before we get into any of that, I would just like to say we're having a giveaway right here on this channel. For every like that we get on this video, we'll be giving away 1 V-Buck. So to enter into that, all you have to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications. And you definitely want to stick around to the end of the video for the #1 spot on this list, because it is absolutely nuts and it's pretty hilarious. So make sure you stick around for that. But without any further ado, let's just hop right on into the video. Coming in at number 5 is the Aerial Assault Trooper skin. Now this skin is rare for a few reasons. Most importantly is because the skin is pretty old itself. It is one of the earlier skins to even come out in the game back in season 1 when the game was first just getting started. That reason in of itself makes it a pretty rare skin. But what also made it rare is because you had to have certain requirements to even get the skin. First of all, you had to be level 15, because back at the time there were no tiers or anything like that for the battle passes. There were just levels. So you had to be level 15 to even get access to the skin. And then on top of that, you had to buy the skin for 1200 V-Bucks. And back in season 1, this game was nowhere near as big as it is now. So the fact that you had to hit level 15 is already kind of a chore back then. On top of buying the skin, that all it looks like is they did is add a helmet on top of one of the default characters, and you actually had to buy that for 1200 V-Bucks, meant that no one really bought it in the first place. So all that combined, it being an old skin, needing the requirements to even buy it, and on top of it not even being a good looking skin, makes it a pretty rare skin. But honestly, in terms of rarity, the skin itself is pretty rare, but I placed it kind of low on this list because it doesn't look that great in of itself. You know, I don't think anyone really cares about the look of the skin as much as the skin just being rare. So overall, the skin is really rare, although because of its not so good looks, I placed it at number 5 on this list. So coming in at number 4 on this list is the Ghoul Trooper. This skin was also available in season 1, just like the Aerial Assault Trooper, but this was available during the Halloween event, one of the 2 skins during the Halloween event to be available to be purchased. And this skin was worth 1500 V-Bucks, but there's kind of a reason why this skin is more rare than the other skin that was available during the time, just because of its price alone. So like I said, this skin is 1500 V-Bucks as opposed to the other skin, the Skull Trooper, which was 1200 V-Bucks. And there was also another item in the shop at the time that was another Halloween related item, which was the scythe or the sickle. So the Skull Trooper and the scythe combined cost 2000 V-Bucks, whereas the Ghoul Trooper cost 1500 V-Bucks. So assuming you had no V-Bucks in your account already and you had to buy some V-Bucks, you wanted to buy $20 worth of V-Bucks, you could either get a skin and a pickaxe, or you could only get the Ghoul Trooper. So most people probably opted for the skin and the pickaxe rather than just the Ghoul Trooper, which makes the skin more rare in terms of how many people actually have the skin. But the skin itself actually looks pretty nice. I expect if the skin comes back to the shop, people are actually going to really want to buy it as opposed to when it first came out. And the price for the skin isn't actually that bad. I mean, compared to the 1200 V-Bucks for the Aerial Assault Trooper, I think 1500 V-Bucks is actually a pretty good price for a skin like this. But yeah, I think this skin definitely deserves its place on the list at number 4. So coming in at number 3 on this list is the Red Knight. This skin was available during season 2 via the cash shop for 2000 V-Bucks. And there is a particular reason why this skin is so rare. If you guys were around for season 2 and you had the battle pass, there was a skin that you could get from the battle pass in season 2 that was the Black Knight skin. And this Red Knight skin is kind of the, alter ego of that skin, similar to the way that in this season 3 battle pass we have the Dark Voyager skin that you get at level 84 or something like that. And then later came into the shop the Dark Vanguard skin, which is just the female version of the Dark Voyager, and you could buy that for V-Bucks in the cash shop. It's the same thing basically, but the season 2 equivalent of that. But what I think makes this skin rare is the fact that most people just buy the battle pass to get their skins. If you're not a really avid player of Fortnite, you don't really go to the cash shop and buy skins. It's just a better value to buy the battle pass and get a few skins that way. So a lot of people just had the Black Knight skin and didn't really buy the Red Knight skin from the store. Just like the Dark Vanguard, because for most players, you know, you already have the Black Knight or you already have the Dark Voyager. What's the point of spending another 2,000 V-Bucks on a skin that's similar to one that you just got for free, essentially? I mean, you had to buy the battle pass, but you got it later down the road and it was essentially free. So there's really no reason to buy this Red Knight skin in the store, which is what makes it pretty rare because no one really wanted to buy it since they already had the Black Knight. But as Fortnite gets more and more popular, people look at these older skins and really wish they had them. The Red Knight in particular is actually a really cool looking skin, and it was right before, I would say, Fortnite really blew up. I think the beginning of season 3 is when Fortnite just really like blew up and hit its peak. So any skins that really came before it and weren't purchased a lot and are really cool looking are considered pretty rare, and I think the Red Knight definitely meets those requirements. I mean, it's a sick looking skin and it was just available before the game blew up, so anyone that has it now, consider yourself one of the cooler kids on the block. So coming in at number 2 is probably not a surprise to anyone because this skin has just been gaining popularity like no tomorrow. Is the Skull Trooper. This skin was the other skin that was available during the Halloween event in season 1, just like the Ghoul Trooper. So this was the skin that I was referring to when I said you could buy this skin and the Scythe for 2,000 V-Bucks total. The Skull Trooper is only 1,200 V-Bucks, which is a pretty good deal for the quality of the skin, I personally think. But the skin isn't so rare because of, you know, how many people actually own the item, because in terms of how many people bought the Skull Trooper versus the Ghoul Trooper, I'd wager more people bought the Skull Trooper just because it was cheaper, and like I said, you could buy 2 items with a $20 purchase rather than the one Gold Trooper for 1,500. But this skin in particular has been getting crazy popular, and I believe it is in thanks to Myth, the Fortnite player streamer for TSM. He has been rocking the skin for the longest time, the Skull Trooper and the Scythe. He's been rocking these two for a very long time, and I think he's made this skin really popular, and I think everyone just really wants the skin right now. I mean, if you by chance have ever been on eBay and looked up a Skull Trooper skin, I mean, these accounts are selling for ridiculous prices right now, hundreds of dollars, $200 to $300. This skin is really high in demand right now, and that's what is making it so rare, is not because, you know, not that many people have it, but because it is just so high in demand right now, and there's not another way to get it, you know. Unless the Halloween event comes back around and Epic decides to re-release it and make it available to purchase again, then I think it won't be as rare anymore. But for right now, at this point in time, it is definitely one of the most rare skins in the game, considering the demand for it is just out of this world. So before we get into the number 1 skin on the list, I have some honorable mentions. The only reason I did not put these in the list is because both of these items are not technically skins. They're cosmetics, but they're not skins, so I didn't think it'd be fair to actually put them on the list. But both of these items are definitely really rare, so I decided to put them as honorable mentions. But the number 1 on this list for honorable mentions is the Bright Bag. If you guys haven't seen this or heard of it, it's because it's probably the rarest item in the game by far. I don't think any other item comes close to it, simply because no one really knows how this item is attained. A popular theory is you have to go around and collect 3 llamas in a single game, which I think has been disproven very many times. But the next best theory is that you have to be a dev of the game, you know, developer of Fortnite, to actually get this item, which I think makes the most sense. And because it is so rare, I mean, it's not even obtainable to normal players. I mean, you have to be a developer of Fortnite, so I don't think it's fair to put it on the list either, just because it's not even obtainable by normal players. I just didn't think it'd be fair to put on the list. And the other honorable mention is the Scythe, or the sickle, also the one that Myth uses. It was the other item in the Season 1 Halloween shop, only 800 V-Bucks. So, you know, as I was referring to, for 2,000 V-Bucks or $20, you could get this Scythe and the Skull Trooper, which made it really popular. And again, these were skins that came out before the game really blew up. So now that the game's blown up, people are seeing these skins from, you know, back in the day, I guess. It makes them really high in demand, and I believe this skin was also made very popular because of Myth. But yeah, those are it for the honorable mentions. Again, if they were actual skins and not just cosmetics, I would have definitely put them on the list because they're both insanely rare. but I just didn't think it'd be fair to put them on the list. So finally, coming in at number 1 on this list is the leaked hot dog skin. So I actually saw this on Reddit, and it was claimed to be a leaked Battle Pass Season 4 Tier 100 skin that you actually unlock. And I think this skin will be super rare when it finally comes out, strictly because it'll be super high in demand, just like John Wick was. I mean, I think in Season 3, mostly everyone wanted to have John Wick. It was just such a clean skin, and I think this hot dog skin will have the same effect. When the season first starts, I think people are either going to grind super hard to get this skin as fast as they can, or they're just going to buy their way up with, you know, lots of money, however much money it takes, like $150 to get tier 100 just right off the bat and get that skin and just be that guy, you know, just be that hot dog guy in the very beginning of season 4. So this skin isn't actually confirmed if it's real or fake, but just a possible leak. If it is fake, I will be pretty disappointed, but honestly, if this is a real skin, I'll be super hyped because I think this skin looks absolutely hilarious and I would love for it to be in the game. I can't wait to get this skin if it is actually real. So yeah, everyone, that is my top 5 rarest skins on Fortnite. Let me know what you guys think about my list. If you have anything you would want to change or add to the list, let me know in the comments below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this. And that is my time. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.